Well, I think it's about time we finally get ready for the next phase of Mega Evolutions. And with Mega Evolutions, of course, is going to come a whole new set, which has already been revealed in Japan. And there's also going to be more additives and stuff into this. But I feel like I should talk about the main set first. So it is now finally time to talk about the Japan's Inferno X set, which was released on September 26th and has also been brought into the States. This is the next mainline set. Now, Inferno X in Japan's Mega Gengar EX and Mega Diancie EX decks, it's going to form the Phantasmal Flames, which I can hopefully find that as well. As you can see, all these cards here are in Japanese, but our lovely friends at the website Poke Beach have translated them and are able to give it to us in English. And without further ado, you know how we do it here, guys. We're going to give this scale on a review from 1 to 5 for the whole Evo set. And if it's a basic, we just rank the basic. You know how it is. So we got Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume. Drooling does 20. It does 20 to each bench Pokemon, both ours and their opponents. Odd, but okay. Vileplume's Pollen Bomb. Once during your turn, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon is not poison and asleep. Poison and asleep. Okay. And we have Lively Flower for 60. If this Pokemon was healed during this turn, the stack does 120 more. Oh, also, hi, my name's Gift. Great to see you guys. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you guys want to keep more content for Pokemon decks and Pokemon information. I'm your boy. For this Evo line, it's not very exciting. I'm going to give this like a 2 out of 5. You're not going to really see anything out of this, I think. It's 1 energy. You're not going to really see it with Meganium or Ogerpon, probably. Let's see. We've got Mega Heracross EX, and this is a basic, so we will be fair about this. Let's see. Panzerhorn for 2 grass, 100 damage, plus if this Pokemon was damaged by an attack during your opponent's last turn, this attack does that much more damage. It's alright. It's not bad. And Mountain Thrust, 170. Discard 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck. For 3 grass, it's barely better than Vileplume. I'm going to give it a 2.5, maybe a 2.75. You might see something with this. With, like, again, you could see it with Meganium, but you're not going to really see anything else other than that. Lotad, Lombre, Ludicolo. We've got 30 damage Headbutt for 2 energy. Mega Drain for 30 damage to heal 30. And Ludicolo, Exciting Healing. Once in your turn, if you have a Grass Mega EX in play, you may heal 60 from one of your Pokemon. I mean, it just gives all the reason more to play Mega Venusaur EX with Ludicolo. Because Mega Venusaur EX heals itself for 30 once it does its attack. So that could work actually. I think it's exciting. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's got potential. It has potential, especially with grass. Actually, yeah, it has a lot of potential. Genesect, Bug's Cannon for 1 grass. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon. The stack does 20 damage for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon. Doesn't apply weakness or resistance for bench Pokemon. That's pretty cool. And speed attack, 2 grass and a colorless for 110. I mean, this is good. This is like be a good way to finish off. Like, especially if like you attack the front, that'd be really good. I'm gonna give it a 3.25 out of 5. Pretty good stuff. Nimble and Low Kicks, flail around 10 times 3, does 10 for each heads, and cut off for 30. And Jump Shot for 3 colorless, 150. Shuffle this Pokemon, all cards attached into the deck. 3 colorless. So you could just keep recycling Ignition Energy, but it's 150. It's all right. I mean, I think it's better than Vileplume. I'll give it 2.5 out of 5. A little optimistic about that guy there. No smile. Let's see. Charmander, Charmeleon, Mega Charizard, EX. Oh boy, guys, here we go. With Charmander, we have the ability Nimble. If this Pokemon has no energy attached to it, its retreat cost is 0. Charmeleon's Steady Fire Breathing is 1 red or for 40 damage. And with Mega Charizard X EX, with Inferno X for 2 fire energy, discard any amount of fire energy from among your Pokemon, and this stack does 90 damage for each card you discarded this way. I mean, that's a 5 out of 5. Right? We found the better Raging Bolt. Yeah, it does 20 more than what Raging Bolt does. So for 5, you're doing 450, and for Raging Bolt, you're doing 350. Right? It's crazy. That's 5 out of 5 right there, 100%. However, actually, the HP is lower. It's 360, which is kind of strange, but okay. Still 5 out of 5. Moltres, Fighting Wings 20. If your opponent's an active Pokemon, is an EX, does 90 more. Ooh, that one-shots Teal Mask Ogerpon. That is a 4 out of 5. For 1 fire energy, yes, please. Darumaka and Darmanitan. Blazing Ball 10 plus does 20 more for each fire energy attached to this Pokemon. So its base would be 70 if we did do all of these. And then Darmanitan is 40, does 40 more for each fire energy attached. So it does 200. Because it's doing a 40 base. It's kind of good. I mean, it's a good stage 1. 150 HP. Respectable 3.9 out of 5. Reshiram for 4 fire energy, burning flare 240. This deck does 60 damage to itself. I mean, I would be in the same place with like Darmanitan. Probably maybe a little bit better. 4 out of 5. I mean, it's a stage 1 and it does 240, so it's doing more than Darmanitan for 4 fire energies. You're probably going to run a fire deck anyway, so it makes sense. Boy, the Dancing Bird, Oricorio EX. Ability Excited Turbo is alternates like during your turn. If you have any Fire Mega Evolution Pokemon in EX in play, you may use this ability. Attach a fire energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, to one of your benched fire Pokemon, to 1 and 1 energy. It's alright. I mean, it's pretty good actually with Charizard EX. And for Fire Wing, 2 fire and a colorless does 110. I mean, it's 4.5 out of 5. I mean, it's obviously going to work for fire Pokemon. So, the HP is worrisome. 190. That is has potential to get hit by some non-EX Pokemon right there. That is dangerous, but I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. Solid supporter. Charcadet and Ceruledge. We've seen more Ceruledges, I think, than we've seen Armarouges, but that's just me. Gather Power, search deck for 2 basic energy cards, field them, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's actually really good. That's very good. And Ceruledge, Purgatory slash 220, discard 4 fire energy from your hand, or discard 4 fire energy cards from your hand, or this attack does nothing. Incredible card, especially if you play this with Ceruledge EX right now. It's getting a lot of hype right now. Okay, I'm going to leave a link. I'm going to have it in the end of the video here to make sure you guys see. But this card definitely is worth 100%. Maybe a 101, or maybe a 1 if you put it in like a Ceruledge EX deck. That way you can get fire energies in a discard, because you're swinging for 220, right? You play against a grass deck, they're melting 100%. And this guy here, this one is really good, honestly. I mean, I would give this 4.5 out of 5 for both of these. They have their own little ways to work it. 2 basic energies and put them in your hand. That's really good setup in Ceruledge if you're going second and you don't have an attacker to hit. That's your attacker. 4.5 out of 5. Seal and Dugong. I feel like it's been a long time since I've seen. I think since 151 in Scarlet Violet. That makes sense. Bubble Drain 20 damage, heal 20, and Thick Fat 30 less from opponent's attacks from water and fire. Okay. Slam to 70 times 2 for each heads. I mean, you're not going to see play from this. Sorry, buddy. 1.5 out of 5. But Dugong, you look beautiful. Oh, I like it. I like. Okay, there we go. Swinub, Piloswine, and Mamoswine. 2 retreat costs. That's big. Piloswine, lunge 30 plus for the point of heads, does 30 more damage, and Frost Smash. Well, Mamoswine, what do we got? 180 HP, Wreck 120 plus. If there's a stadium in play, does 120 more. Then discard the stadium, and Blizzard Edge does 200 damage. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Maybe a 2 out of 10. The first one may have some play in there with Ignition, but other than that, not really. Suicune, Crystal Force, 30 Plus, if you have 3 or more water energy attached, does 90 more. Didn't we just have Raikou that had 30 plus 90 if it has 3 lightning energy or more? Piplup and Prinplup. We are going to wait to do this one because it looks like, yep, it looks like Empoleon is going to be a steel type, which is great. We'll go over this right now. Call for support, so check for support to put in your hand. That's alright. Aim and dive to 70 to one of your opponents for 3. Not really. I mean, there's no other copies of Prinplup, I think, out, or Piplup right now, so we have to run with it. We have Rotom EX 190. Oh my gosh, what is up with these 190 basic EXs? I think they're really like trying to push the boundaries on the EX, because I think those are the only 2 regular EXs we've seen so far in Mega Evolutions that are not Mega Pokemon so far. And they have less than 200 HP, which is crazy. Multi-adapter. Pokemon with Rotom in their name may have up to 2 tools attached to them. If this Pokemon loses this ability, discard Pokemon tools from your Pokemon until only 1 remains. Thunderbolt 30, discard all energy. Oh wow, so I don't need Revavroom. I made a Rotom deck way back ago because of the Gadget show. Does 30 per attached tool to all my Pokemon. So I could have a maximum of 12 that does 360. Wow. Okay. Amazing. I'm gonna play that deck. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5, just to be safe. 3 3/4 out of 5, because I like that deck a lot. It's a fun single prizer. Take a look in the Pokemon TCG playlist. We have Yamper and Bolton. Play rough 20, flip a coin, does 20 more. 70 damage plus flip a coin, feds 70 more. Might be good in like the pre-release. I'll give it a solid 1 3/4 out of 5. It's not bad. Palmont. I love Palmont, dude. I love Palmont EX from Obsidian Flames. I just wish the guy had a little more damage. Palmy, Growl during your turn, takes 30 less from the defending. Palmoth, Electric Punch for 60. Palmont, Voltage Fist 130, may do 60 damage to this Pokemon. If you do, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. You can do that twice effectively. I don't know. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. It's like around there with Vileplume. You could probably use it, but it's a stage 2, which kind of sucks. Another non-Mega EX in this set. We got Misdreavus with Minor Grudge for 20 damage, and Miss Magius EX. Ability Swirling Spell. If this Pokemon is in your active spot, when your opponent switches in a new active Pokemon, it is now confused. And for 2 Psychics, 150 damage, 6 Magic, you may draw until you have 6. It's not bad. 2 Psychics, you could run that in Guardy. There's potential. It's not better than Jellicent, I think, but it's on par. If you don't have Jellicent available, I'll give it 3 out of 5. It's good. 2.5 out of 5 actually. It's right in the middle. It's okay. Especially 260. That's right in the middle. That's like on the lower, almost on the lower end of the stage 1 EXs that you don't want to see. What else do we got? We got Cottony and Whimsicott. Collect, draw a card. Healing Cotton. Heal all damage from one of your bench Pokemon for a colorless. And U-turn 50 switches with one of your bench. 1 out of 5. You're not going to see this. Maybe for some reason this, because this is kind of odd, but okay. Zacian. Okay. Limit break 50 plus. If your opponent has 3 of your prize cards remaining, it's 90. That is going to be a. We already know the pre-release stuff already, actually, and hopefully I'll show this on the screen if I remember, which I'll do it now. We have the pre-release cards that are the pre-release promos that are going to be the Ceruledge, the Zacian, and 2 others that I may not just tell you is Toxtricity and Flygon. This one looks like to be the better of the ones, honestly. I mean, it looks pretty good, especially to start with. You know, your opponent already takes 1, and for a colorless and a psychic, I mean, in the pre-release meta, it's a 4 out of 5. That's really good. It's a basic 130, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't know. Definitely, I'll put it like 2 out of 5. It's okay. Could work with Guardy. Bramblin, sneaky placement, 1 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Brambleghast, panic poison. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve on your Pokemon during your turn, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon confused. Hold on a minute. Isn't there a Pokemon that prevents the opponent from leaving the active if they're confused? I thought I saw something about this. Paldean Tauros, Raging Charge, 40 damage. Oh, it's odd. 1 out of 5. I don't think you're really going to see this. Psychic Bullet, way too much energy for damage. Raging Charge 40 times. If this attack does 40 damage for each of your Pokemon in play with Tauros in its name, that has damage counters. Oh boy. So you're telling me, right? You're telling me, for 1 fighting energy, Precious Trolley, throw 5 Tauros, because I know there's more copies of Tauros. Not just Paldean Tauros, but Tauros. And then, oh my god, I can do that. That's 540. Wow. 200. You could do Risky Ruins with that, actually. That's nuts. 3 out of 5. I would love to see this. Gligar and Gliscor. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen Gliscor. Poison Jab. Opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Poison Circle 50. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. During your opponent's next turn, the Pokemon can't retreat. Very nice. I don't know. 1.5 out of 5. Good during pre-release, I guess. Trapinch, Vibrava, and Flygon. Double Headbutt, Super Vibration, and Cut Air Wind for only 2 fighting energy. It does 130 damage. Flygon, Flapping Sand. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, or if this Pokemon is in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, you may discard up to 2 cards of your opponent's deck. So I evolve it, I discard 2 cards from him. If I get knocked out, he discards 2 cards again. If that happens, well, that's a 10th of the deck. That's pretty good. I mean, for pre-release format, I think Flygon's solid. I think all of them are solid, actually. But I'll give it's all right. Like, I mean, I'll give it 1.5 out of 5. The ability is kind of cool. We have Sneasel and Weavile. 10 for Dig Claws, 30 for Scratch. Weavile, Claws of Retribution, 20 damage. Plus, if this Pokemon has 50 HP or less, this attack does 170 more. Oh boy. That's a holy schmoly. 190? But you gotta bring it down to 50. It's a high risk, high reward. Damage rise, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Skill wise, I give it a 2 out of 5. Me in the middle, 3 out of 5. Sure. Carvanha and Mega Sharpedo EX. There we go. Assault, 30 damage, does 10 to itself. And Mega Sharpedo EX with Greedy Fangs, 70. Draw 2 cards for a Dark Energy. And for 2 Dark Energy, Hungry Jaw, 120. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, it is 150 more. 270 for 2 Dark and a damage counter at the very least. 330 HP, as much as Charizard EX Terraform. Huh. I mean, it's really good. We gotta see what the rest of the cards are, but right now I'm giving it like a 3.5 out of 5. That's pretty good. Survivor. If you have a Dark Pokemon EX in play, this Pokemon does 120 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. With Jet Black Fang, does 120. You're telling me I could do 240 for a Dark EX? 3.5 out of 5. Right up there with Mega Sharpedo. Sandile. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, I've been up for a while today. Sandile, Krokorok, and Crocodile. Ram and Rear Kick. Bite and Confront. And Revenge Feign, 60. And if one of your Pokemon was knocked out by damage from an attack from last turn, does 160 more for 1 Dark Energy? It is a stage 2 though. I mean, I'll give it a solid 3 out of 5. The damage is good. Oh, that's actually really good return damage. Actually, really good. Like, that's actually kind of scary. That knocks out basic EX Pokemon maybe damaged stage 1 EX. Or finish in other EX Pokemon. That's really good. Oh, here we go. Toxel and Toxtricity. That art is actually really sick. Look at that. Wow. Call for family. Search check for 2 basic Pokemon. Put them on your bench. Then shuffle. Bad upper ability. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for 1 basic Dark Energy and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. So that's how Sharpedo gets set up then. And Weavile gets set up. That's interesting. That's pretty good actually to help set up for stage 1. You're seeing a lot of these non-EX stage 1s that are relatively high health. 140 for a stage 1. That's really, really strong. I think Ludicolo was 150, so only 10 less. That's kind of good. And you get to attach Dark Energy from your deck. That's actually really good. I might actually want to look for a Toxtricity, but I need Dark Pokemon. Yeah, that's a 4.5 out of 5. Easy way to get Dark Energies and get yourself set up. Wow. Okay, we have, here we go, guys. Metal Empoleon EX. Emperor Stance. Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Damage is not an effect. So, like, for a good example here, Haxorus from Slowking deck. I can't be knocked out if I have a special energy attached. I can't be knocked out because the bring down the axe is a special effect, or not a special effect, but it's an effect of an attack. Iron Feather 210 during your opponent's next turn. Pokemon takes 60 less. This works with the iron card. What was it? The Iron Juice, whatever you call it. 3 energy though. You probably have to set up with Metang. I mean, for now, I'll give it a solid 3 out of 5. I like the metal. 320 is a little low, and we're weak to fire, so Charizard will mop them up. You know what? 2.5 out of 5. Sorry, Empoleon. That you're not so much of a big boy as I thought. Bronzor or Bronzong. Iron Defense. Flip a coin if its Pokemon will not take damage from attacks during your opponent's next turn. That's nuts. All attacks? Okay. Bronzong. Triple draw. Draw 3 cards. Tool drop. This 40 damage for each Pokemon tool attached to all Pokemon in play. That does more than Gadget Show. So if I had 5 Rotoms and I had a Bronzong out, each Rotom has 2 tools, right? That's 10. That's 400 damage. And that's an ignition energy right there. Actually, man, I got so many stupid ideas. That's cool. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. Togedemaru, find a friend, search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. Nah, 30. It's good if you want like a basic and all that. What is up with you? Oh my gosh, that's some Godzilla stuff. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Duraludon and Arcaladon. Hyper Beam 70. Discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon for 3 metal. And for 3 metal on Arcaladon, coded attack 120. During your opponent's next turn, can't be damaged from opponent's basics. I mean, there's a lot of basics going around, especially now with Mega Absol and Kang, or Mega Absol and Mega Kang. Literally top 5 deck right now in the meta, based on the Milwaukee Regional. I mean, solid moves right there. 2.5 out of 5, just for specifics. Probably 3 actually. Weak to fire though. Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, Ball Roll, 20. Flip a coin till you get tails, 20 for each number of heads. And round times 20, it says 40 for each of your Pokemon that have round in play. Weirdly enough, that plays off of Time Pull, the Time Pull, the Seismitoad line. I can't remember the middle one, but the Seismitoad line. It has the round attack, and it does damage per Pokemon on my side of the field that has round. Okay. That's pretty good right there. We have Apom, Ambipom. Apom, Astonish 20. Choose a random card for your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles in your deck. Okay. We have Slap and Dual Tail. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon to 60 to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Or to my opponent's Pokemon. Anyway. Okay. It's alright. I mean, I don't know. Oh, did I grade this? Give it a 1.5 out of... give me a 2 out of 5. That way, it actually has a chance, because now there's more Pokemon that have the attack round. 1 out of 5, you're not going to see this. Smeargle, Energy Catch, flip 3 coins for each head, attach basic energy from your discard pile to your bench, any way you like. Huh. Respectable 2.5 out of 5. I like it. Zigzagoon in Linoon. I don't think I've even seen Zigzagoon in Linoon recently. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, because I'm not going to look up Galarian Linoon, because Galarian Linoon is different than regular Linoon. So I'm going to look up and see when the last Linoon card was printed. Oh, yeah, the last Linoon was printed in... You know what? That's crazy, actually. The last Linoon was printed was in City in Flames, but the last one before that was in Primal Clash. Oh my god. Not a single printing of besides Galarian Linoon, not a single printing of regular Linoon, Sword and Shield, or Sun and Moon, but in Primal Clash. And that was in X and Y. Wow, not a lot of love for Linoon. What does it do? Excite Dash. If this Pokemon is on your bench and you have a Pokemon EX in play, you may use this ability. Oh, so it's just Hariyama, except I need to have an EX in play. I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like Hariyama is just much better. You run Reversal on that, does 210. You can amp it up with Premium Power Pro for another 30, does 240. I don't know, it's just a weaker version of it. Respectably, like 2 out of 5. Hariyama's like a 3 out of 5. This is 2 out of 5. Baniri and great. Mega Lopunny's already here. I already got Mega Gardevoir. I guess we're getting it out of the way. That makes sense. I know frickin' Purple Cliff will be happy. Baniri, run around. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench. Kick for 20. Mega Lopunny EX. Gale Thrust 60. If this Pokemon moved from your bench to the active, does 170 more. Huh, interesting. Because that, I mean, this reminds me of like a Lysopod. Because you move to the front, does more damage. It's 70. You could do this like with, oh my gosh, you could pair this with like Decidueye from Obsidian Flames, because he has freedom of movement. You can switch your active to the bench, and then he can start hitting stuff 130. This is a guaranteed knock every time. You can't trade. I think a respectable 3 out of 5.
My kisses forever.
And what I mean by kisses, I have Pokemon Hershey Kisses. Let's see, what do I get? I'm running a little low on these. I've been snacking on them for the last like couple months. What do we got here? What is this? It's a Grimer. How I feel about Lopunny right now? No, actually, no. Hold on. We're getting a different one. No Grimers. Spike Hopper 160. This attack isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So like, can't be affected by like Rocky Helmet or like Scary Fangs from Lycanroc from Paldea Evolved. Respectable 3 out of 5. Honestly, not bad. Let's see. We'll go down. Jumbo Ice. Heal 80 from the active that has 3 or more energy attached. So we're going to be play Heal Stall then with Venusaur EX, right? Okay, that's actually kind of good. I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5. Heat Burner. You must discard a fire energy from your hand in order to play this card. Choose a Pokemon tool, special energy, or stadium your opponent has. This is Dragapult. This kills Dragapult. You play as many item cards as you want during your turn. Special energies. You can't get rid of special energies right now unless you have Enhanced Hammer. And Dragapults are either running one of two things, in my opinion. They're running Unfair Stamp or Neo Upper Energy. And I hate the ones that play Neo Upper because I can't get rid of it without going through the Pult. 4 out of 5. That is an amazing card. 5 out of, you know what? 5 out of 5. That also works with all fire decks. That works with Serial Edge. That works with Serial Edge EX. You can discard an energy from your hand. Incredible. Sacred Charm. This Pokemon is... What is wrong with my voice? This card is attached to takes 30 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have abilities. A lot of Pokemon have abilities. I'll give this a 3 out of 5. Probably gonna have a good use for it. Maybe on some Rotom decks that stack some tools. Okay. Grimsley's move. What are we moving here? Oh, I see Dawn. Oh, sorry, getting ahead of myself. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose a dark Pokemon you find there. Put it onto your bench. Shuffle the other cards face down. Put them on the bottom of your deck. You can't play this card in your first turn. You may lose one supporter. So it's just one. But if you stack the deck with like Deduction Kit, it's kind of... wait a minute. So you could do like a stage 1 or 2. Wow. That's kind of good. It's basically like a Pokegear 3.0. All right. I'll give that a 4 out of 5. We'll probably see a lot of use out of that. Maybe 3.5. But depends on what happens. Dawn, search your deck for a basic stage 1, stage 2. This is grass. This is grass. This is accelerates grass. 4.5 out of 5. That's really good. 4 3/4 out of 5. That's really good. Good for all stage 2 megas. Incredible. Fire breather. I've heard about this one. Search your deck for up to 7 basic fire energy and put them in your hand. Then shuffle your deck. It's crazy what you can do nowadays. 5 out of 5. Charizard will reign supreme again. Battle Coliseum. Prevent all damage counters from being placed on bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, by the effects of attacks and abilities from their opponent's Pokemon. So no more Monkey Dory, no more Frostlass, no more Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and more importantly, Dragapult can't throw damage counters on there. And same with Dusknoir and Dusclops. That's a lot. 5 out of 5 Stadium. Everyone should run one at least in the deck. That's amazing. Vertigo Valley. Confused. Don't recover from confusion. I remember seeing a Pokemon that had an ability. If your opponent's Pokemon is confused, they cannot retreat. I need to look it up on TCG Player. Or Pokemon TCG Live. But this is kind of nuts, actually. Really good. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Okay, really quickly, we're going to go to Mega Gengar and Mega Diancie really quick. All right, we're going to do this quickly here because it looks like the Haunter also has an IR, apparently. Ghastly, Petty Grudge 10, Haunter Hollow Shot 40, Mega Gengar EX, Shadow Hiding. Whenever one of your dark Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon EX, your opponent takes 1 less prize. This effect does not stack. This would be pretty good against Zard, honestly. Yeah, this is pretty good against Zard. Zard's gonna want to take prizes, and as long as you have dark types, they're taking 1 less instantly. You throw a Legacy on there, you're taking 1 off of Mega Gengar EX. That is rough and tumble. Void Gale 230, moving energy from your bench. I think 4 out of 5 is pretty respectable. We also get a Murkrow, Ambush for 10, flip a coin of heads, does 20 more. Honchkrow, Dark Wind 30. Snipe Feather, discard 2 energy, does 120 to your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's not bad. 2 out of 5. Sableye, Angry Claw, 20 damage. If you have a stage 2 Dark in play, this does 70 more damage. That's really good. I like that. It could be very useful in the beginning. 8 HP too. Oh god, I see something that's about to come up here. I have my screen zoomed in a little more on my Streamlab here to record, so you guys don't see what's about to happen here. 2 out of 5 Sableye. Hello, Absol. We meet again, I see. That art is actually kind of cute. Kind of fluffy, not gonna lie. Its moveset, though, is absolute doo-doo. Allure and Dark Cutter. Don't retreat. 110? Maybe not. Maybe it is kind of good. A respectable 2 out of 5. Anything better than Vileplume at this point. Eternatus. It's been a minute since we've seen an Eternatus, I think. Shatter 50. Discard a Stadium in play. That's nice. For 2 dark, though. Power Rush 30. Flip a coin if tails. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. This move is better if they're running stadiums that you want. 2.1 out of 5. Punk Helmet. If the dark Pokemon this tool is attached to in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 4 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Now, my thing is you could probably run Munkidori with Mega Sharpedo, maybe Toxtricity, because you want damage counters on there. And then when it gets too much, you can just transfer the damage. And if you equip this on the Mega Sharpedo has damage counters are doing 270, gets attacked by, say, Charizard, gets knocked out. That Charizard now has 310 damage counters on there. That's a lot, honestly. I'll give it a respectable 3.5 out of 5. That's very good. Mega Diancie EX Diamond Coat takes 30 less from attacks. Garland Ray, 120. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 120 damage for each. It's low, though. 270. The art is nice, though. The art is nice. I don't know. It doesn't seem worth it. I don't want to give it low. It's not as bad as Vileplume. 2.25 out of 5. The only reason why the retreat cost is 1, right? And its ability is okay. And it's only 2 energy on here. That's not bad. That's not bad. Milcery, Draining Kiss. 10 damage, heal 10 damage. Sweet Circle for Alcremie, 20 times the number of Pokemon in play. Ooh. So, all Pokemon. Wait a minute. 20 times all the number of Pokemon in play? So, it could do a max of 240. Boys, stick with me on this, right? This is easily Gardevoir material right here. You set up Guardies fast. You get your Psychic Pokemon. That's awesome. That's a 4 out of 5. Alcremie. Give a round of applause for Alcremie. Honestly. No, you know what? I'm gonna go real hard with this. 5 out of 5. This is going to be insanity. You have a stage 1 here. Though only 90, you have cards that can protect and negate effects. And Alcremie does 20 per all the Pokemon in play. This is Raikou without fleet-footed. And it's stage 1. It also has like 130 less HP, but still. Oh my god, that is amazing. Yeah, 5 out of 5. That's amazing. Alcremie, well done. You enjoyed that picnic. Alright, Meloetta looks like we get an... Oh my god! The art is amazing! Oh my god. What, is it sparkling? It's sparkling. Healing Melody, 120 from one of your bench Psychic Pokemon. Interesting. Magical Shot, 50. It's alright. 2 out of 5. You could see some. Snubble and Granbull. Tackle, 20. Bite, 50. Finishing Blow, 90. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has damage counters, does 60 more. 2 out of 5. Anything's better than Vileplume at this point. Cresselia, Overflowing Light. Search your deck for 2 basic Psychic Energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck to this Pokemon. I don't know how I feel about that. You need something to move those energies around, and I don't agree with that at all. Mimikyu, Call for Family, search deck for 2 basic Pokemon. Put them on your bench. That's not bad. You could see one of these in a Psychic deck. 100%. You put down some Monkeydories. You put down some Milceries. It's pretty good. Wonder Patch. Attach a Psychic Energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Psychic. We got it back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's on the strongest meta type right now. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, let me throw you back to time in Sword and Shield where we had Dark Patch, where Roaring Moon EX did a lot of damage with thanks to Dark Patch. Dark Patch was able to take a Dark Energy from your discard pile, put it onto your one of your Dark Pokemon on the bench. Wonder Patch, I'm assuming, is going to be translated into Psychic Patch, or maybe Keep Wonder patch. I don't know, but I would assume it's Psychic patch, which is kind of good for Gardevoir. Maybe not Gardevoir, regular Gardevoir EX from base set Scarlet Violet, but Mega Gardevoir, absolutely. That's insane. 5 out of 5 card, honestly. 2 Mega Battle decks on October 24th. Only placeholder images have been shown so far. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. Do we have any? Those are 2 IRs. Hold on. I want to see if there's any other illustration rares revealed. Oh, we do got some. Excellent. Okay. I will also say, if you guys haven't followed Poke Beach already, please follow Poke Beach. These guys do a lot of work over here. They are amazing people. They've done all the translations for all these cards, so please give them a follow. And we're gonna go through all these, and I'm gonna give a 1 to 5 based on. I'll give a 1 to 5 based on how they look. Let's take a look. So so we can just go one at a time. Okay. We got Ludicolo. The art on that just looks really cool. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's nice. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. The Nimble looks familiar. Hold on a minute. It's gonna be a little difficult to see on my phone, but if my camera focuses, it's a little bit. That works. Look, it's the same kind of background. It's gonna form another kind of art. You have Electrike here, and it's the same. Hold on. It's the same artist. Hold on. It's gonna fix itself. Yeah, Nakamura Ipon. What? That's crazy. Also, the color in my camera's gonna have to come back too, because this camera's older. Okay, so yeah, that one's pretty good. 4 out of 5. I'm waiting for this one. Let me go and put away my Mega Evolutions binder. The Charcadet, which I also saw from Poke Beach's post, that this guy is going to be the promo inside the the Charcadet here is going to be the promo for the ETBs. So we're not going to be seeing Charcadet in the main set, probably. Tukong. Oh my god, my boy's finally got his time here. Also, ignore the ads in the background here, okay? They paid for these ads. That, or you know what? Hold on. You know what we'll do? Shift it over all the way over here. You guys get to see it just a little bit. Okay. Oh, it's beautiful. That might be my chase. Look at that. Look at that card. The Aurora Borealis. Very nice. 5 out of 5. Beautiful card. Piplup. Oh my god, the flowers. I have the Dawn in Piplup card from Cosmic Eclipse. I've held on to that for a while. It is a beautiful card. Oh my god. Yamper, that's pretty good. Oh, I didn't get Piplup a score. 4.5 out of 5. Dugong barely beats out. Yamper, that's a 4 out of 5. I like the art on that one. I know some friends might want that. The dog himself. Look at that background. Oh my god. That's a 4 out of 5. I love it. Flygon. That is a. Oh my god. Look at it. Look at it. You got the Vibravas in here. You got Lotad, Trapinch. See a Brambleghast in there. That's dope. That's a 4.75 out of 5. Not quite a Dugong, but it's there. Toxtricity. There he is. That's a cool guy right there. Look at that. You got a Zangoose in the background. Looks like you're walking down some stairs. That's a 4 out of 5. Is that a Patrat? No, that's an Ultra Ball. I think that's an Ultra Ball. Yeah, 4 out of 5. That's pretty good. Oh. Orca. Togedemaru. What a pretty boy. Oh, look at it. Look at this guy. He's like, what's going on here? What's happening? Why are you asleep? What do you want? That's a 4.9 out of 5. Almost a Dugong. Get it out of here. There's no place in here for this. 2 out of 5. The singing is great, but other than that, no. Oh, what in the world? I don't like the way that this is like bursting out and like the berries have like the lining around it. I don't know how I feel about that. It's odd, but it's definitely better than Wigglytuff. 3 out of 5. just because it's like unique, I guess. I think that's what makes it kind of cool. Full arts, we have Heracross, Mega Heracross, excuse me. Mega Charizard EX, that's going to be a big chase there. Mega Oricorio, or not Mega Oricorio, regular Oricorio, full art. The Roto, oh, the background, the little robot background. Oh my god, that's actually cool. I like that a lot. Miss Magius, I like that as well. Mega Sharpedo, I don't know why. I like that kind of like style right there. That's nice. Empoleon, the background's really cool in there too. That's very good. Mega Lopunny, very nice. Full art items, the Scorcher, okay. The Switch, okay, that's really good as well. The Charm, very nice. And then we've got the spiked helmet. Now I think we got SIRs after this now. So, oh no, full art still. We got full art still. We got it was Grimsley's move, right? And then we have Dawn. Then we have the Fire Breather. Yep. And the Battle Coliseum. That is a beautiful one. What is it? Oh, we're getting full art ignition energy. Okay, that's actually really cool. Oh, and I think we all see the one we want to see. There he is, right there. The SIR Charizard that everyone is going to want. And knowing my luck, pre-releases, I think I got a good shot. Hopefully, any card honestly would be cool. I had a bunch of luck. Again, three pulls out of my freaking pre-release box. That's pretty cool. We got Mega Charizard, the Oricorio. That is beautiful. Shinji Kanda, I think. Let me just read it. Shinji Kanda. Yep, that's exactly what I read. Very nice. The Road. Oh, that's my chase. That is my chase. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Look at all the Rotoms. You got the oven. You got the mower, washer. Where's Fridge Rotom? There is a Fridge Rotom. Hold on. Look at this sweet little boy that I got from Pittsburgh. Look at this guy. Isn't he amazing? You need to be on there. You're like one of my favorites. You're going to go like right here. Can I put you right here? Does that mess with the audio? Tell me if that messes with the audio, right? You can go into the boom mic and fix it. Okay? Trust me. I wouldn't mind a Zuby Screeby. Okay, so we got the Rotom here. I want that. That's a 5 out of 5. I should have been grading all these, but yeah. I mean, Charizard and Oricorio, everyone's going to want that. Oh my god, that just looks so good. Why does that look so good? Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, I want it. I want that. And why are they showing this? Brother, why are you showing this shot of her? That's unequivocally unnecessary. Dawn SIR. Okay, very nice. And the Portrait Charizard. Crazy. Honestly crazy. Okay, well, at the end of the day, I think I have my winners here. Obviously Charizard EX is going to be a big one. I think dark types are going to slowly kind of like fight their way in the meta. I know for a fact that the grass types are going to have a fit and they're going to push back against them. But I think Mega Sharpedo should be... No, he is weak to grass. Oh my god. It's going to be rough. Ain't that right, Fridge? Yeah, this is going to be rough. But no, I think the dark types and fire types are going to be back in the meta again. Then again, I don't think Dark Broly's ever left. Marnie's is still up there in this like top 5, top 10 deck. Absol's up there now, so he's a dark type. Yeah, I mean, look out for the Charizards, look out for the Sharpedos. Those are the ones you want to find. So, we have less than 2 weeks until the pre-releases begin for the Phantasmal Flames. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys do enjoy, make sure to leave a like, hit subscribe, all stuff like that. I'm going way too fast to talk. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you guys later.